Hello, chat. Hello.
Hi,
Our,
chat.
our
Hey, chat.
paladin, we're pretty sure, still in the bathroom, taking his hot shower. But hello. How does everybody feel about tonight's session? We excited?
I'm terrified.
Concerned.
I cannot express my views accurately without swearing, which I cannot do for another 37 seconds.
Hmm.
I am utterly horrified. I think we are absolutely doomed, but I'm here for it.
I'm gonna be as sneaky beaky as possible.
I make a deal with the devil. Well, not the devil.
Can we
but...
grind somebody's bones?
You very well
I fear
could.
if we do this wrong. I fear if we do this wrong, it'll be our bones. It'll be ground.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what? Can I be real with you?
Hmm.
I've been so close to death so many times, and then we just kind of like just fucking make it out. I've been mentally prepared to like play a different character. I kind of have like another, I kind of have like another thing I want to do.
To be fair, I have too, but I'm here for Cere.
It's true. So, yeah, no, I like this character a lot, and I have to like fight my like short attention span. It's just like, okay, cool, but what if we just have a different
What if we
character
just
now?
died?
Yeah, I mean, like I have a couple cool ideas I want to do. See if I can get away with Lynn letting me do it.
Yeah, I've been determined to not do anything too stupid.
Big mad at you guys.
Listen, I try and die, and I still can't. No, I'm kidding.
Transforms into a cannon.
It'd be on site.
Sounds like.
Sight beyond sight.
Chat, you weren't there for it. Before the Deathmarch, we had a game going on where it was a sea-based coastal campaign. And our resident bird really loved to focus on the point how our Reaper, who was playing a Tanuki at this time, could shapeshift into inanimate objects, and asked,
Yes.
"What about a cannon?"
What the fuck?
It would be so cool,
I said,
To be
"No."
fair, he said anything.
dude. And then they turn themselves into a fucking cannon. It's the funniest shit I have ever seen.
No, I turned myself into a sword on a regular occasion, but a cannon was forbidden.
And then there's a table, and that was funny. All I'm saying is it would have been cool. But just like, what if your whole character was just like a transformer and they just like turned into a cannon? That's a great idea.
That would be a canon event.
You cannot play as Megatron.
Just turn into a Beretta. Bummer.
What if I made like the cool transformer noises?
That shit better be like on point, exactly how it sounds like in the show. Else it's your ass.
They'll be
Quick,
they'll be
get
so
a soundboard.
accurate. They'll be so accurate that you'll get done for copyright. That's how good they'll be.
Get a soundboard, it's the only way.
If someone's buying a soundboard,
Rollout.
if someone's buying a soundboard for my game, they better buy me one too.
I've already got one theoretically. I just need to set up again.
My PayPal is waiting, Mhara.
No, I am not doing too well.
What happened last time, guys? Sorry, also chat. I'm
Very
eating.
quick.
While we're waiting for our paladin.
We can see the animations, the eating animations.
We told Lady Watcher about her daughter.
She thought we were pranking her and was very insulted. We then proceeded to make it worse.
What's this we?
Okay, listen. I did what the DM suggested would make things better, and it made it worse, okay? I hold Sang personally responsible for this.
That's
But yes,
nice.
eventually we were able to convince her to believe us. And we may have recruited her to assist us with the assault on the hags, but to do so, I believe we need their true names first, which should be written down in a contract somewhere, where our dear Vivienne is going to try and find them. See if they can sneak about and find the contract. In the meantime, me, Samael, and a few others are probably going to try our best to distract them. And I am prepared to make a deal with them. To protect my heart, to cure my heart, at the cost of, well, I don't know what the cost will be, but frankly, I'm terrified. Outside of that, other stuff happened, I believe, too, but I've forgotten specifics. So, someone else, please help us out.
We eventually did talk her into assisting us with trying to get to the hags with her special ward that she's able to make, but it might take a hot minute.
He needs the true names for it.
Yeah,
That's what I
that's
said.
why we need to get the true names. I'm trying to remember everything. Hold on, I have book. Let me take a look at book if I took proper notes. Oh yeah. We learned that we suspect that the lady that brings all them dream pies to the encampment outside the city of the refugees,
Morgatha.
Morgatha, is maybe one of the hags, considering she lives at the windmill that my brain is blanking. I don't think that's the reason, but we suspect she's one of the hags because of a curse of sorts that she put on one of the refugee people's, Franz, I think his name was.
Yeah.
And he ended up giving up his children for fucking pies. Because it gave him dreams of his deceased wife, I think.
Yep. He is but a sad dad.
Yeah. And earlier in the session, Victor sent us a package with a book and a letter having to do with ethereal entities, and there was mention of a ritual to help maybe get Lady Walker's daughter back into her own body. And as far as I'm aware, that was pretty much everything that happened.
He'd basically be doing the inverse of
Yeah.
a ritual inside.
Where the fuck is my pen?
Well, Samael's taking a minute. In the meantime, shall we get started?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Right. So, what would you guys like to do? You guys going straight back to bed? The plan. You guys have a little bit left, rest of the day, really, to kind of do as you please.
Could we go pick up our weapons and armor?
And indeed, easy enough. Easy flyby pickup.
That makes it easy.
So I have.
I think-
Do we have a list of what we got again? I think I got half plate, but I just want to make
I
sure.
believe there is a list somewhere in one of the chats.
I believe I edited all the items to everybody else. The only one I didn't
Stuffs.
do was Vivienne, and I believe the 3 spears, was it?
It was 4 spears.
Yes.
Okay, yep, I added the spears already.
Silver crossbow bolts, 4 silver spears, 2 sets of armor, worth 100 gold pieces or less, 1 set of armor worth 400, or I'm gonna assume that's electrum rather than gold. And enough raw silver to silver up 2 additional weapons is what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get bolts again?
That was the first thing I said.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. How many did we get each ago? Do you remember?
30.
30.
In total.
Oh, in total.
I don't know.
Because I know I had asked for some. Can I take 10
I
and
have
then
10
we keep...
currently.
Yeah. I have 1 currently. So if I take 10 of them, it gives me 11. And then there's 20 still in the stock.
Take 5 to make 15.
Sweet. Because I do use that crossbow.
And then I think Samael got his sword silvered.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I think he
So-
also got a dagger.
He somebody I think got a dagger. I don't know if it was him.
I think as like a spare thing I think he got a dagger and whoever wanted it could take it, and then I suggested giving it to Irina maybe,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't think she has any silvered weapons.
Yeah, that'd be a good choice, I think.
I think in that instance, Irina probably would have just gotten the metal for the dagger melted down and coated onto her rapier.
Okay, that works.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Did you want Irina to come with you guys for the hags?
Yes.
If she wants to help save
If she
children,
wa-
absolutely.
Yeah, if she wants to, that's more help.
Yeah, if she wants to, then yeah, but I feel like we shouldn't.
Why not?
I have a horrible feeling about this.
I got a bad feeling about this. Why is that? In character.
How sneaky is she?
Does she have pass without trace? No
No.
way, right?
No.
Likely not.
I don't
No.
believe she has magic, no. And as for why, I can't really put my finger on it. I've heard nothing but bad things about hags throughout all my life. I never thought we'd be taking them on.
Hags are indeed awful.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know as well as I, we get told ever since we were small children about them, and they are seen as one of the most horrific things you can find out there. So yeah, I'm a bit anxious. That much for sure.
If she chooses to help us, then I don't think there's really much we can do to prevent that.
I will say, in instance of Irina, you guys do know that she also has on her a breastplate she wears.
Yeah.
Her
It's
AC
not
is
like
not too bad.
to put it very bluntly, she's not useless. Or helpless, maybe that should be the word.
I'm not trying to imply that she's helpless. I'm just trying to imply that if we have to make a run for it, you know, it's easier if we just have to look out for ourselves rather than looking out for someone else as well.
I'm sure she's capable of looking after herself.
Whilst true, I don't know. I feel like we can't stop her, but we shouldn't stop her from coming along. But you know, I just worry for her safety.
I understand.
So what do you think, Irina? Do you want to come along or not?
I most definitely would like to, and
No, then you're more than welcome to.
in the future, we can talk to me. Yes?
Oh, I didn't know you were here. Sorry, my bad.
No, fair enough. Vivienne and I have been quiet, I suppose.
I should have looked back. My apologies.
I'll say for reference, she does also now have proficiency with stealth. Since
Nice.
adventuring with you guys.
Vivienne's passive perception
really.
coming in clutch again. Oh,
Yes.
she's standing right there. Better ask her.
Given that she just stealth checked her way into this conversation.
Her passive stealth, you could say, is a 15.
Okay.
Uh,
Mine's is better. If I wasn't heart injured. Twice.
So, what's the plan once more?
Well, I am not 100% on when we're doing this and when things are coming together, honestly.
Well,
I
you-
don't know if we're going...
you all told Lady Fiona Watcher it was tomorrow.
Yeah. But I think where I was confused of, do we go there before them? Or is she coming with us?
we'd want to get there before them so we could try and get the names.
Yeah, I do believe she did want to come along with us, though. I had assumed we were going to get the names first and then come back to her, but
That's what I thought.
she seemed a bit gun ho about going there early. But regardless, I think we should try and get these names as soon as we can.
What time of day is it again?
Currently, it's a little past midday. You guys have got about probably another 6 to 7 hours before it'd be usual sleep time for everybody.
I think what we should do definitely is prepare as best as we can, get maybe potions, make sure our weapons and armor are okay. I know that I want to get my clothes repaired.
Are there any magic vendors in the city that aren't I guess we already went to the oh, never mind.
The
we went to the
apothecary
apothecary. Yeah, we
has
went to the apothecary.
scrolls and stuff, right?
Yeah, but they were
I don't remember.
I thought we already went.
I mean, we have went, but we can go there again.
Yeah,
It's
because
not like
I
it's
know he
limited.
went. I know he went because Lucian picked up potions from there, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You guys could also go to the stockyard to see if there's any traveling tradesmen there.
Oh yeah.
Good
That could be a
idea.
good idea.
Thank you, DM.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, I didn't think about that for some reason.
As long as there's no more saber-toothed tigers, sure.
There was never a saber-toothed tiger.
The real saber-tooth. No, there was. It was a little blushy.
Yeah.
The real saber-tooth tiger.
We
real
we
one.
literally got Calvin and Hobbes in real life.
Yeah? How'd that feel?
Good.
I was thinking like, man, what if? I mean, it's just a tiger, right? I think we were just mostly worried about property damage and not just generally breaking into people's shit and killing their pets. So that's why we didn't do it.
Yeah.
To kill people's pets.
May have come to that.
Shaking my
Indeed. So, shall we head to the stockyard first?
That'll work.
Give GM just a little bit to get everything sorted for it.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Exactly.
That's it, buddy. You're getting sent back to the DM writing hellhole.
That's my status.
The DM writing cave. It's not a hellhole. It's
Okay,
just a cave.
That's it. You're getting sent to Cleveland.
So,
Cleveland.
what's the plan
So?
after Velaki?
I believe once we've dealt with the hags, I think we were going to check out the, see if we could help the inn get its stockpile of wine back in order.
Okay. Then after that,
It's a good question.
I think there was that place called Krusk.
Yeah, Krezg or something, wasn't it? But yeah, that'd be a nice place to check out too.
believe so.
I wanna at least say that we've seen everywhere. At least we know each town, and we might be able to get to know the place a bit better.
this is well known. Fortified of sorts. There's also the
Oh.
abbey nearby it, up north above the mountains.
Oh, that
Or
sounds perfect.
In the mountain, rather.
Do you know anything more about the abbey?
Not much more. I know that the priory there is quite renowned. I believe the Father Lucian from here had visited it many years ago. At least I believe he mentioned it.
Ah, sounds interesting. But yeah, I think that's kind of our main plan.
Was there
See.
a place you wish to visit again or see?
Not exactly. I know there's many notable areas within Barovia, but don't really know. I remember the strange undead knight had mentioned some form of order of knights, but I don't know where that would be located at.
Hmm.
We do also have to deal with our interesting invitation.
Oh yeah, the invitation.
The invitation?
We were invited to the castle to
Oh.
dine with the Lord.
Yeah.
You plan on taking him up on this offer?
I mean, it would be rude not to. But in the same vein, can we trust him?
Well, I don't believe he has... I believe he has some decorum, at least, not to attack anyone while being a guest, the invitation.
Hmm. then it could be the perfect opportunity to scout it out a little bit. Get the lay of the land.
It mayhaps, though I think it might be prudent to keep in mind it's still a dangerous place.
Very.
I mean, I feel like everywhere is a
Plus-
dangerous place in this land. No offense, of
doesn't-
course.
It doesn't necessarily mean that his wives will be, well, as polite as he is.
I've got a bone to pick with one of them.
We all do.
Yeah, I think it would be rude to not take up the offer.
And furthermore, perhaps draw his ire.
Indeed.
Does this happen?
Sorry?
I was gonna ask Irina. Does this happen often? Does he summon folks to his castle? I shouldn't say, but But...
I don't fully know, to be honest. As far as I've known, he's been dead.
Interesting.
It wasn't until semi-recently that when the locals of Barovia had gone northwards to Castle Ravenloft, they'd supposedly reawakened. Now, what specifically caused it to happen, I don't know.
Maybe we could find a clue.
Perhaps. Though, again, we should be worrisome. Meanwhile, as you guys are walking to the stockyard, you would find that there are indeed 2 new carriages there. I'm not bringing us to the map because I don't have them on the map, but they are there. Trust me.
Well,
I swear, they're here.
I promise, they're here. I swear. What do they look like? Is there any notable, aesthetics to them?
Well, definitely one catches your eye well before the other one of the 2. You see a woman with... Hold on. Sorry, had to sneeze. You see a woman with, bleached pale white skin. White hair and almost like pearl white eyes.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Those, of course, from Theranin can identify this person as a changeling.
Aha, as I thought.
Mhm.
I was going to ask if we had to roll to work that out.
Though little uncommon for changelings, she seems to be not be hiding her true form.
Very strange. What is the general opinion of changelings back home? Do we know are they mistrusted you'd kind of think, or are they just seen as normal people?
The children of Hav?
They are indeed.
Fear.
Not fear, just squinty.
You would see above on her wagon is Lucille's traveling trades. And this is what she looks like with her traveling trades, if you will.
Yo.
I can only assume that maybe she's not from here, question mark? Or maybe she is. I think we wouldn't know until we ask.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's see what they've got, huh?
You would
Safe
see
assumption.
the other person is again, looks like someone who's not from Barovia, at least appearance-wise, as you see a dark, very sun-kissed skinned man with dirty blonde hair, dressed in very Vistani-esque clothing, and a series of beads around his neck. Both seem to have their own 2 little shops open at the moment.
I'd like to approach the changeling shop.
Good fortune to you, friend. What can I do for you?
Hi. I was just wondering, what you've got. What is your wares?
It depends what you're looking for.
You see, she kind of pauses. Can I quickly kind of have a glance over? Has she got anything out on display, kind of thing?
She appears to have a series of talismans, rings, bracelets, some weaponry, some potions, and a book.
Do you have anything perhaps that could assist someone in persuasion or a discussion with someone? I'm going to be having a very important conversation soon, and I'd like to, make sure that I'm, at my best.
Something to give you a silver tongue.
Precisely.
Do you know exactly the kind of person you're talking to about it, or no? Speaking to some animals, speaking to some peoples.
Oh, not an animal, no. Definitely more a person.
Well, right in that instance, I got nothing for you.
That is unfortunate. Do you have anything about animals you mentioned?
Aye, I've got a potion of animal friendship.
How much would you charge for that?
For that one, about for the electrum.
Did you say 40?
Aye.
I see. It's a little out of my budget, unfortunately, but thank you.
Oh, bless your heart then.
Indeed. Yeah, thank you. And Cere will kind of awkwardly shuffle away.
The book that she has, is it anything in particular?
Looking at it, appears to be some kind of magical tome by the looks of it.
How much for that book?
For this one? How much are you willing to offer for?
That depends. What exactly is it about?
Yeah, on that one, I'm afraid I don't fully know. I don't speak the language.
If you don't mind, I could take a look and maybe I'd know it. It's a...
Yeah, she'll turn over
Some
the
chance,
book and
but...
open it. What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, Orcish, Sylvan, and Draconic.
You'd be able to identify the language as Abyssal.
Damn. Well, unfortunately, this is not anything I can read.
Hey, can I have a look?
Sure.
I do speak Abyssal, which is why I was asking.
Pass it
Giving
over to Cere.
a quick once over of sorts. She's not giving you a full being able to read the full thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, she's
Doing
not turning the
quick
page for
skim.
me every time.
Doing a quick skim, it appears to be some kind of book used in summoning.
Can I whisper that over to Willow? Just be like, "Hey Willow, it's a book on summoning."
I mean, if you want it. I know you were interested in that kind of stuff.
I mean, I'd be happy to read it with you if it's something you're interested in.
I'll pass.
I could probably translate it, but...
In images, that's what it looks like.
Oh, that is spooky.
That is quite menacing. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to pass on that.
Fair enough, fair enough.
What other kind of potions does she have?
It appears that she has a series of other potions, some that would give, like, fire breathing, some that could maybe give, like, flying or water breathing capabilities. At least of your knowledge, since I feel like colors.
Mm. Mhm.
None of them have labels on them, so you're kind of just, like, going on hunches here. But no healing potions on hers.
Okay. That's kind of what I was looking for, but considering what she was charging for that other potion,
Yeah.
she pretty steep. I'm gonna just kind of like move along casually.
I will say, in the instance of gold prices, you would know that a potion of animal friendship is 200 gold.
Yeesh.
Generally.
That's expensive.
With healing potions being like 50 gold.
Yeah.
I'll head over to the other wagon to see what he got's going on.
Sure.
I'd like to head over.
His seems a lot more meager. Less flamboyant, less loud in the instance of like decorations and personality, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
He will greet himself as Halith.
Oh, he's cool.
You'd see on his right hand, there's also what looks to be henna tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hello. I was just curious as to what you were selling here.
Small bits and bobs. What is it that you're looking for?
Well, I know my friend here wanted something that could assist in manners of persuasion.
Yeah.
But I was just curious in general to see what you had.
Manners of persuasion.
Yeah.
Indeed, I have a difficult conversation coming up, and I'd like to, have every advantage I can get.
Well, you have a potion, so I must warn, it is one that could easily get you into trouble. It's called Liar's Breath.
Oh.
What does it do?
Well, it allows the consumer to be able to speak uncontrollable lies.
Oh, goodness.
However, any lie they mean to tell is quite convincing. However,
Ah.
they also are unable to truthfully answer during the time.
Hmm.
So they're just the most honest liar there is, because there's no truth they
Yeah.
will tell.
Indeed.
That certainly sounds interesting, but I'm not sure that'll benefit me in this coming discussion. I do have to answer at least somewhat honestly.
Fair enough.
How much would you charge for such a potion anyway?
For the Liar's Breath,
Yes.
well, what do you have?
I admit I'm not the wealthiest person in Barovia.
I mean not your election friend. I generally don't
Ah.
trade in coin.
I see. Well, is there anything that would be of interest to you? Are you looking for anything specific?
Not exactly.
Hmm. Trying to think if I would have anything that I would be willing to barter.
How about this? I'll trade you the potion. For your compass,
Mhm.
your holy water.
Oh. And she kind of pauses, thinking about it. I mean, it sounds like a fair deal. Sure. I've had much need for it not recently anyway. She'll kind of pass over the holy water and the small compass.
He'll graciously take it and hand you the lying potion.
Oh yeah. I'm not entirely sure when it will come in handy, but I feel like it might come in handy at some point.
Yeah. I want to see if I could find it.
Well, it is a
I don't-
pleasure doing business with you.
Oh.
I don't think I wrote down what eyeball it is that I have the varnished orb.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
The
remember
Nothic
what
eye?
kind of the Nothic eye.
Mhm.
Okay. I pulled out the eyeball. I'm like, I don't
Oh,
think it
holy water.
has a whole lot of use, but it is a very interesting decoration. It's a Nothic eye. Would there be anything you were willing to trade for this? I've been kind of
course.
carrying it around for a while.
What sort of things are you interested in?
Looking at his wares, does he have anything magical?
Many.
Or like,
He has many magical
Oh.
items.
oh, definitely magic items, but I'm fairly selective. What I'll
You're
do-
looking for potions, amulets, trinkets.
What kind of trinkets?
What sort of trinkets do you like?
Making this very difficult.
Yeah.
I'm just
Pot kettle. Pot kettle.
Probably something to deal with
oddities
those
of
that would
sorts.
bewitch and be willed, maybe?
Yeah.
Would you save one for a novice?
Guess so.
Suppose so. Mm-hmm. GM is looking at the large variety of magic items to find something for Willow.
I'm sorry.
You left it very vague.
Let's- I was expecting like you'd be like, here are some things, but it's okay. I will just change my mind.
What do you mean? Why would you change your mind, Ray?
I don't want to make it difficult.
Or not?
How about something for stealth? If
Good
Oh,
it's-
idea, actually. Yeah, I did not think of that.
Well, would you prefer something like a cloak or something like a ring?
Your ring.
Ring. You okay there, Vivienne?
Oh yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm just trying to think on. I mean, Vivian is very much just a window shopper right now, but she is enjoying the experience.
Been an hour. Where's Sam?
I don't know.
He's got lost in the shower.
I feel like he might
He
have.
fell down the drain.
No,
He got
Sam.
flushed away, like in the 2004 hit movie.
Well,
We kind of need him for this.
I have this ring of the rodent. Very well might assist in that. And also allow the wearer to speak to rats.
Oh. So it turns you into a rat?
No.
Oh.
He'll produce a very beautifully carved wooden ring that looks like a rat asleep holding its tail.
So, what, other than speaking to rats, what does it do?
It allows one to be as stealthy or sneaky as a rat.
Well, I'm sure it could be of help. You are less stealthy folk. I hand over the orb.
He does not take the orb immediately.
Oh.
However, being the trader as I am, I believe in equal trade. So, I must ask, is there anything else that you'd like? Your Eye of the Northic is not a mere common ocean of holy water. No offense, of course.
There.
That's to Cere.
None taken.
Oh, is there anything anyone else would like? Considering it's more of a trade rather than spending money?
I like to think that you'd notice Kiso staring over your shoulder at that ring quite intently.
The rat ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any idea how many things rats see? How much they know? They live in it. If you think that for a second that you aren't outnumbered 10-1 by rats in your own home, then you'd be mistaken. Well, at least in my home.
But speaking of stealthy
Glad I'm
things,
not in
what
your
did you
home.
have in terms of a cloak?
For a cloak.
Yes.
Well, I suppose I have two separate things that would work in that. I have a jacket. He'll produce a jacket that has like a white fur trim around the shoulders and around the bottom part. It looks like there's some kind of like black reptile that was skinned for the main outer form of the jacket. And then there is a very elaborate belt that loops it together. We have the Queen's Gambit, of course, jacket that would allow one to easily make their way around unnoticed. I have then going back to the other items. A puifui from, well, from a drow who'll no longer need it.
And what does that one do?
Allows
Sorry,
one
I've never-
to blend into shadows more.
Well,
We do have invisibility, by the way, for
yes.
so that's already a good
Um,
start for sneaking.
I mean,
Willow, if you
but
don't
that
mind.
can't be cast on everyone, can it? Or the ones who are sneaking? It's not
It's
greater
just
invisibility.
no, it's just the one.
Willow, if you
How
don't
many? I
mind
thought it was
the,
just. I thought it was just Cere that was going to be sneaking.
No, Cere's
No.
going to be talking.
Oh, right, with the heart issue. Sorry, my bad. I meant to say Vivienne.
I do happen to have Pass Without Trace, should it be required.
Really?
Willow, if you don't
Oh.
mind, the cloak with blending into shadows would probably be a good acquisition. If it balances the scales.
And who's to say we're just gonna be using it for, you know, it could come in use for many situations.
Agreed. But if you're offering to share the wealth, that is the one I would prefer.
Of course. Get the drow cloak as well. For Vivienne.
I'll mention, none of you know what a drow is.
Really?
Well, yeah. In Theranon, there are no such things as drow.
Oh yeah, because you've got the
Ah.
spider people instead,
Ah.
filling like the same niche. Yeah.
Well, rather
Interesting.
than the drow cloak, I say this drow cloak.
I wonder what a drow
An
is.
odd name for it, but if it's gonna assist, then may as well.
For those that do not know what a puifui looks like, inside chat, this is what it looks like. It has almost like a webbing accent to it.
You say that, and it sounds like you're trying to say periphery in like an Owu accent. And
Nope.
It's so funny.
It does
Nope.
sound like that.
Oh, he's in my
Pooey.
periphery.
That's a
That
cool
is
cloak,
that
though.
is how you spell it.
Let me
Ah,
see.
interesting.
Was it? Oh, okay.
That is from the book how you spell it.
Periphery.
Weep weep.
It works
Ooh.
the exact same as a cloak
But
of
yeah.
elven kind.
We call it the cloak
Yeah,
of
I'll
Uwu.
get that in the rat ring. And if that's, sufficient for you, that's sufficient for me.
Very well. Was
That
anything
ring.
else?
Not for me. I don't know if my companions want anything else.
No, I am happy enough.
No?
I'm assuming you'll put that on there, or
Yes, I have to make the handouts and the items for each one of these. Some of them. You all are, in that case, free to roleplay amongst each other if you wanted.
Okay.
well, this will go with my fading out hair rather nicely, I suppose.
It does look quite cool, though, I must admit.
Yes. And hold the rig up to Kiso. I'm like, we share this. You ask when you want to use it, and I'll give it to you. Do we have a deal? Kiso?
Yes. Sorry, yes.
Well, man, are you staring off into space again?
I do a lot. I was thinking of all the cool things I can say to rats.
What would you say to
I'm
a
a little
rat? Are you gonna offer
concerned.
them some bread?
Kiso sees rats much like his bread friends. They're like, generally reviled, but to him, I think he'd see them as friends and as a valuable resource too.
I
They
don't know if you would get much intelligent conversation out of them.
You don't need to. You just need some facts. And they always, like any good rat, they only work for a price. But rat payment is generally not so hard to come by.
I recall reading, apparently rats are quite intelligent creatures.
They indeed are. Smarter than you'd think, but also dumber than you'd think at the same time. We'll see. They're not usually well behaved or mild mannered, but they are. Well, we'll see.
Like they would be
If
very
only we had some kind of
scatterbrained.
potion of animal friendship to go along with this.
You're willing to
For 40
dish
for
out
40
the
electrum? Not really, honestly. If only we had like a warlock instead who could do it for free.
Yeah. It could come in handy for our little situation that we're getting up to. I do definitely want to, at some point, go to the tailor to get my clothes fixed, and also the apothecary so we can load up on health potions if need be. Because I know
Sounds like a
we
good idea.
likely don't want to go
Not
the
a bad
violent
idea.
route unless we need to. But if we're sort of caught in that situation and we don't want to use our resources for, healing, then this would most likely be of use for everyone to have on hand.
So who wanted to hold another Ring of the Rodent?
I will.
No.
Oh,
I will.
Just kidding. Yeah. No, okay.
I will mention it also because I believe this is the first one for you guys. This is an attunement item.
Oh.
I was gonna say I was gonna spend the time while we walk around attuning to mine.
Mm-hmm. At that point, I'll grab yours now.
When there's a time that either of us want to use it, we can take the time to attune to it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Plus, you're good with animals, so I'm sure you'll make good use of it. I actually have no basis for that, but I'm gonna guess. You seem like the sort of.
I'm no druid.
Willow, does this mean we're gonna have to deal with rats with us now?
No, not unless we need to.
What? Unless we what?
If there's some little critters that happen to be around in a place where we need answers or some secrets, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna talk to some rats or give it to Kiso so he could talk to rats. But I feel like that conversation would go south kind of quickly.
Book has been added to your inventory, Vivienne.
Fantastic.
And I believe the ring has been added to Willow's. Potion
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh damn, that's a powerful potion.
Plus, keep a stealth check. Nice.
You, of course,
I
have
believe
to
it's
add on the stealth check, because that's a whole macro thing that I don't want to deal with right now.
no,
I
that's
feel
okay.
your
I will
pain.
literally just remember to add it. Don't worry. But no, never mind. So it's me and Vivienne that are stealthing, if I can remember correctly.
I believe so, unless anyone else wants to join in.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I just wanted to verify.
Two is already quite a big sneaking party, honestly.
Yeah. The less there is, the less will get caught.
Do you have an escape, Willow? Like Misty Step or something
I
of
have
the
Misty
sort?
Step, yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Just checking.
I
Although
also
have
have an
passive curse, I can't really
ability.
use it.
I have an ability that will allow me to have a detector of sorts, just in case if we need to see if anyone's approaching where we are.
Also, wait a second. Don't the hags have like true sight?
Yeah, they've got they can see into the spectral plane.
Yeah.
Does that count? That absolutely counts for seeing invisibility, right?
No.
It
Not
doesn't.
always. I think invisibility is that do so by going into the like spectral plane. Yeah.
No.
No. No, but like most stealth doesn't do that.
So there's a spell called Etherealness, which allows you to enter the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
Invisibility does not do anything with that.
Oh no, but I'm more meaning like if you were to use like etherealness, like they can see that,
Yes.
but they can't see like stealth or invisibility.
As far as you're
That
aware,
we
no.
know of. Yeah, that we know of.
You don't know if they possess some kind of spell or item that allows them to, but as far as you're aware, they don't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take that as that they
I think-
probably do.
I have calm emotions, and if it affects them, they'll be fairly indifferent.
Yeah.
I'm realizing. If I need to use it, that is. So if we do end up needing to make a quick escape, could drop that on them, and they'll be very indifferent about us getting away.
Hmm.
If you say so, I wouldn't. Well, maybe.
I mean, there's no save that needs to be made, as far as I'm aware. It's just concentration. Concentration. I can speak. Oh no, there's a saving throw. My bad.
Yeah, I think there is.
Charisma. Well, either way. It is an option.
Well, we don't have much of a choice. Having accepted the task, so.
I think at this point, if no one else has anything they want from these people, we can maybe head out to the apothecary or something.
Yeah.
You guys would
The
like
rat
to.
ring is kind of exactly what I wanted, so. I didn't get it, but you know.
Oh my god.
If only I had gone first.
I think
No, I'm ready to go.
I am holding on to it simply just so that you do not get into any shenanigans when we're trying to we're trying to get something done.
Okay, colon 3. I don't get into shenanigans. Come on, man. I'm not a shenaniganizer.
Shaking my.
That's pretty much it.
When have I ever? Literally, when have I ever?
When have you ever? Okay.
I'm kind of. Are we ready to go to bed?
That's up
What?
to you guys.
What
You guys
time
going
is it
to the
right now?
Well-
apothecary?
Yeah, do we want to go now or do we want to go tomorrow?
We may as well go now,
now.
because we want to use as much daylight as we can for tomorrow's operation.
Okay.
That's what I think, anyway. But
Well, here. And I assume as we pass the blacksmith, we could pick up our stuff, right?
Mhm.
Or have we already done that?
I presume you
Might
guys
as well
already
do
did
it.
it, but if you guys want to do it now, you guys could.
Yeah, we already did it.
I presume you guys like did it while on the way to the Arasak stockyard.
yeah.
yeah,
You guys are just now on your way back.
Indeed. I think, yeah, you'll unfortunately have to move Samael.
Yeah, there's a certain burb and ranger who are still behind though, which is why the map is stretching.
Where are you going, Harry?
Oh, I thought.
Cere's gonna say I don't really have much money to be able to buy anything from the apothecary, but I do want to see if we can speak with our friend.
Ah,
Oh, the rabbit.
Indeed. Above table, she has a name. Above table, I'm trying to remember her name. Laura. That was it.
Laura, I think it was, or
Yeah, that was
something like
Laura.
that.
Yeah, Laura. I had to try and find it again. I was like, I know she has a fairly normal name, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah, Laura. So yeah, sorry about our friend Laura.
Well, we can go there after, if you'd like.
I mean, sure, I guess. Best not split up after all.
Exactly.
You'll look over to you all. Well, welcome back again.
We are here, well, for mainly healing potions.
Ah, again ready to go into battle.
Yes.
Precautionary.
Have some children to rescue and things to steal.
Yeah.
I see. Well, just healing potions, correct?
Yeah, unless anyone wants anything else, but that's, for the most part, what we're here for. I currently believe I already have one. Would I don't know how much that would be. Does anyone else have any on them? Just so that I know.
Vivienne does not have any healing potions on her.
I don't recall. Let me quickly check. No, I don't.
Okay. The Samael?
Sam actually has them.
Samael will speak up and say he has. I'm looking. None. I have none, he says.
Okay.
Can you do a Sam impression?
Oh, come on, guys.
So would one for each of you sound okay?
Would probably be a good idea.
So
yeah, that would be
four
perfect.
Yeah, how much would that be?
would run you 80 Electrum?
Oh. I am a bit short on that. Does anyone have 8 Electrum they could spare?
Oh, sure. Here. I'll hand over 8 Electrum.
And then that is all my money.
I now have 30.
I hand over what I have, and then the 8 that Cere gave me.
You'll produce 4 healing potions.
Thank you very much. Does anyone else need anything else here?
I think I'm okay.
And Willow is giving each person a healing potion, right?
Yeah, I forgot about Irina.
You forgot what?
I forgot about Irina.
This is the meme of this campaign, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
To be fair, I did not see her token. And so
To be fair, I had to replace her because I accidentally deleted her earlier when I was getting rid of Ezek.
yeah. I don't have enough to get her any, so I'll just give her the one I have. If she has any on her, though, then I don't need to give her one.
You'll say, no, you're fine. I already have one.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'll give one each to everyone then.
My God, it's like the start of the campaign, guys. Oh my God.
Yay,
Oh
foreshadowing.
my gosh.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
It's best to be safe than sorry, regardless of if we end up in battle or not.
Get ready to go into somewhere dangerous this time.
Quite dangerous.
Oh, is this going to be the last time I see you then?
Oh, well, hopefully not.
Well, I'd hope not. And for you, good bird, sir?
I was gonna say, did Kiso need something? Because he's like right up on her counter.
No, nothing. Just looking. That's all. He steps back without turning around.
Ah, I see. Well,
Were you interested in scrolls? Or who was that? I
the
don't
potions
remember
are all
who.
for sale. However, I must say I am not.
Was that to me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, no. My heart belongs to someone else. I appreciate the flattery and the offer.
Baseball.
She smiles and looks over to Willow. To the rest of the party then. Was that all you needed?
I believe
That's
that is
all.
everything, yes.
I see.
Indeed, thank you.
Of course. Emma will then turn on his heels. Well, all right then, guys. On to the next stop, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Samuel.
Hello,
you
you're acting
sound
kinda
so
weird.
manly today. Did you finally decide to propose to her?
I'm still I'm thinking about it, okay, Vivienne? I don't need
Hey,
we got
speaking
hags.
of elderly women,
We got hags.
You're
Speaking
making
of-
me shy right now.
speaking of elderly women, we haven't discussed a romance option for tomorrow. As a third
Hey.
backup.
Okay then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a thing.
Oh no.
Oh
Okay.
no.
I'm watching. Looking.
No, like a cat bringing a gift. I put the wind up raven on the skull on the counter and leave.
Okay. She picks it up and then watches you leave. Do you turn back at all or do you just rush out?
Rush out.
Okay. Kiso, I see you stay behind. Are you doing anything?
I'm
No.
smooth, I swear.
Okay.
Chai is done with
Oh,
my
jeez.
shit. He went very far away from that.
You know, Willow, if you want to court her, you could just, you could say, "Hey, I'd like to get some drinks."
I don't think we have much time for that, unfortunately.
Life is short. I've died like 7 times. Willow,
I'm so sorry. Hey,
he says, looking straight at you, then blinks.
I point at him. I got something to beef you up next time.
Oh,
So, yeah. I got a spell for you, or a hex for you.
wait, you gonna hex me?
It's a good hex, don't worry.
Kind of looks over to Samael. Fuck's a good hex.
One that gives you more boon than bane, dear.
Samael just ruffles Chai's head and says, "Don't worry, little buddy. You've got us on your side.
It's
And I
pretty
can
good.
hit 2 times now. Somehow I couldn't do that before, but now I think I can.
You
Now
know, I
know how
didn't
to manage
realize,
it.
you know, that's an option.
You know, I focused so much
Uh.
hitting the 1 time. Now I can do it twice. Honestly, guys,
But, Sarah,
I think we got this.
Sarah wanted
You know
to
what?
visit
I think if we
our-
win this, you should confess to her.
Oh, absolutely.
Hey. We're being a little hasty now.
I
we
wasn't
convin-
sure
can we-
which one you were referring to, honestly.
Hey, can we
Good
can
news
we
is
get
for Vivienne, both.
GM controlled Sam to commit to something he has no knowledge of?
No.
Oh,
No. But yeah,
It's okay,
Sarah wanted to
'cause you
visit
know
our
what we
rabbit
can do?
friend.
We can
Indeed,
gaslight
I
him.
like that.
We can gaslight him into a commitment he didn't.
dude,
even
she
make.
was all over you. You gotta believe me.
She was very into the prospect of you courting her, man. She lost her husband.
Oh, okay. Well,
We don't all have to go. I'm curious if she knows anything about hags
I'm
in
going.
our world. You know where she's from.
Yeah,
Maybe she has
but
some
I don't mind
advice or
coming along.
tips.
Would you like us to stay outside?
I mean, you're welcome to come along if you want. I want to make it clear I'm not going for a super interesting conversation. It's, I'm just curious. You know, we're here, so.
What's there to be nervous about?
I can think of a few things, but nevertheless. Shall we? Sorry, I would walk on in with Willow.
Ah,
I'll
the
just
haunted duo.
Stay by the door.
Ah, that's us. How are you doing?
Well, hoping there's no misfortune this time you bring into my doors.
Oh no. This time we bring no troubles. That much I promise. I was curious if I could tap into a bit of your knowledge.
What knowledge are you seeking?
Well, back where you're from, does your land happen to have creatures known as hags?
Yes.
Do you know much about them? How to deal with them?
How to deal with them? Not exactly. They hold a fairly high station in the world.
Yeah.
And are very dangerous. I don't necessarily have anything other than how you deal with anyone else.
I see. We plan on dealing with a few of them, and I guess I just wondered if you had any advice for it, but yeah.
Well, as far as I'm aware, everything so far in this world has been drastically different than in mine. But if these hags are anything like the ones in mine, I'd warn of anything akin to life draining.
Side-eye, Sari.
Noted. I mean, that certainly sounds like something we should keep an eye out for.
As a reminder,
Yeah.
she's not from Theranon. She's from a different planet.
Yes. That's why I'm curious about what they're like where she's from. So I'm curious if we can draw parallels. You said they had like a high station back in your land. What were they like?
Well, there's a whole nation led by, well, hags and witches. And
Just like
they are very prone to raid and attack beast folk villages and take their children and their people to drain them of magic.
Oh.
Stay forever useful at home.
The
I
hags
see.
and witches work together? Or... Oh,
That's strange.
here
Back
not
home,
so
they're
much.
like the back home they're like the antithesis to each other. They kind of hate each other. That's interesting though. Horrifying, but interesting.
Mhm.
But yeah, I was curious what things were like, and I thought it would be interesting to hear your perspective on things.
It'd be to take precautionary care to know what you're walking into.
Indeed. I will admit I'm rather worried about how things will be going, but alas.
We'll walk out.
Sorry, it's just kind of awkward, like, and truthfully, seeing Willow kind of leave, she then kind of like lowers her voice a bit and goes, truthfully, I'm worried that we might not be coming back, so I guess I just wanted to say, thanks for your help, and, I appreciate everything you've done for us so far.
Of course, I'm still relying on you all to somehow find a way for us to leave this place, so try not to die.
I'm gonna
Kindly.
do my best not to.
We haven't yet, believe it or not.
We're not even
You're
there.
not there.
Fucking jump
yeah.
scare Kiso next to us. Ah! Sorry, but yeah, we'll do our best not to. I think I'm overly worrying is all. But anyways, I just wanted to, at least say that, I'm thankful for everything you've done. And hopefully, if we get this sorted, we'll be one step closer.
Of course.
Hmm.
May the winds be
Sorry,
with you.
Woodland. Aye, and yourself. Sorry, we'll say awkwardly, shuffling out, closing the door.
Well.
Well, look at you. The
What do you
Samael.
mean? What are you talking about? Were you listening?
No. Maybe a little bit.
Shoot him a glare. You will forget everything about this.
Oh, not on my dying breath, I won't. So, where to next, team?
I think... Oh,
Don't
I
worry,
don't even...
Samael. Given how we pick fights, that might be sooner rather than later.
What? Oh, hey, I don't need to die. Have more faith, guys. Come on.
He really does sound more and more like Chai every day.
I'm
I know, it's an
realizing I
improvement.
may not...
Chai sounds like such a
have-
gentleman all the time.
I may not have the money to get my clothes repaired, so that's okay. We
Oh.
could just head back now.
How much would it cost? I don't mind chipping in a little bit. After all, you got as a potion.
I'm honestly not sure.
We could ask.
I'd have to go and ask, yeah.
Let's go. Where were they again? Just over there, weren't they?
To the tailor.
Whatever.
Like up here somewhere.
Yeah.
Kiso, you're gonna make the map stretch.
Oh yeah.
Where even is Kiso? Oh, there he is. I was 100% prepared there for Kiso to just like jump scare us by being like suddenly there.
Oh, whoops! That was Control W.
What?
What did you do?
I just closed out the fucking game on accident.
Good job, we're proud of you.
Oh.
Well, now he's definitely gonna scratch the screen.
Hello.
Calling Sam right now, also, by the way, on my phone.
Understandable.
Okay.
On the phone. He's fell asleep. Calling it.
I swear.
Hopefully not.
I hope he's alright.
Same.
Like, have we heard of him, like, since he was leaving work?
Don't think we have.
Oh, shit.
He did not answer.
Oh,
Mhm.
fuck. Ouch.
I mean, he's
Well-
online.
Yeah, but that could be like anything. He could still be in the shower.
Yeah, he's,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's also just on Do Not Disturb, so he might not be actually around, because I think Do Not
Anyways.
Disturb caches for a long time.
Mhm.
Welcome in, welcome in. What brings you all in this time? I thought you already had your fancy clothes.
I need my everyday clothes kind of repaired, if that's possible.
What are you wearing right now, actually? Now that I'm thinking about it.
My fancy clothes.
Ah, I see.
Oh, I forgot you Incredible Hulk to your whole outfit.
Yeah.
What happened to your outfit, dear?
It was a very intense battle that we were in.
Well, nothing I can fix. Let me see it.
I hand over my clothes to her.
What the hell happened with this? Someone tear you into two parts?
Not funny you mentioned that.
It was very bad.
Wolves, they're terrible around
Yeah.
the
The
town.
wolves of these lands are horrible.
Yeah.
Are you sure you just don't want something new?
Um, I'm a little tight for money, unfortunately, at the moment.
I got you covered, don't worry. As long as it's not too crazy.
Well, in that case, at least just like something simple and similar to, you know.
I don't know if I'll be able to do something similar, of course, but I can definitely make something work good for you and your adventuring. That enough for you?
Yeah, sounds good.
She will then come back sometime later with something that seems more like sorceress-esque, if that makes sense.
Oh.
There's
Okay.
definitely some like there's like the belt, of course, range area for you to be able to have like your little bits and bobs you like to keep with you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what the fuck?
Ugh.
Somebody
Jumps
just
I
cast a
didn't do
spell.
No, but I just remembered I have mending if you do need that fixed.
Well,
He's allowed to be great before we commissioned
late.
Can I just like have fixed it in the background when nobody was looking?
Oh, it's a little too late. She made a whole new outfit.
she did make a whole new outfit.
It's okay. It's okay. I will still take this outfit.
The new outfit for you, Willow, by the way, has like an overcoat that goes over your shoulders. In images, that is what the outfit
I
sort
love
of
that
looks like.
actually.
That's so fucking cool. Holy shit.
No,
There's no cross, of course, because
of course.
wouldn't be a part of the outfit with it, but ta-da.
I'm jealous.
I love that actually.
Oh, dude, lucky I would kill this.
Can I borrow that outfit sometime?
There's also a cut on both sides for the legs, so it won't actually like restrict your movement.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is amazing. I very much appreciate, you willing to make a whole new outfit for me.
Of course, of course. Barry, how much
How
electrum
much?
pieces do you have?
I have 30.
Right, it's gonna cost
I got
15.
15, perfect. That's how much my
Not bad.
budget was. And I'll take 15 away. There we go.
Of course, also the colors are not blue; they're your matching
Yeah,
color themes.
it's okay. Honestly, might commission Aurora when I have the money.
Fair enough. Oh, anything else I can do for you?
No, that was really it, honestly. I again, I really appreciate it.
Of course, dear. Don't go getting torn in two again now, alright? Can't have all my clients getting torn apart. If that keeps happening like that, I'll have no clients.
That is very true.
Don't worry, we won't let her get torn to shreds.
I'll keep you to it.
Christ.
Thanks again.
Watch Willow dies. This merchant then kills
Real.
Cere.
I'll cry, okay? If we lose Willow first, I'm gonna be so upset.
I will be left behind, and you better fucking take care of him.
I'll adopt him. I'll be his weird aunt.
See, the horrifying part with if like Willow dies and Chai being left alone, if Chai dies from then on, then Chai's permadead.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, Chai can't come back.
What if I learn Find Familiar? Can I make him my familiar?
No. Oh, theoretically you could. It'd involve creating a contract with him.
Yeah. I promise we will bully Samael at every opportunity.
Chai's just bawling over Willow's corpse.
I'd
So-
rather not have that ill omen above my head.
If our history track record shows anything, though, Chai is the first one to probably die first.
Yeah. Oh, I guess we should maybe head back for tonight.
It looks like it's getting close to dinner time now.
Yeah,
Around
get some food.
somewhere
drink.
from like 7 to 9 o'clock.
Go back, yes?
Yeah.
Radio silence from the party.
We might as well.
I'm
Yeah, you
hungry.
may as well.
I don't think there's much more we can do this evening other than enjoy good company and relax.
Relax, take it easy, try not to die of anxiety here. Yeah.
I think we just probably head to our usual table and have some food and some drink.
Yeah, have a meal.
Sounds about right.
Or well, probably just like fucking water because they don't have wine anymore. Because we
Very
still need
watered
to
down wine.
There's milk.
help out the. There
milk?
is milk.
Give me that shit.
Yo, yeah, I'm down for that. Bring it on.
Dude, I'm gonna get some milk in real life, actually, this second.
How do you drink straight up milk? I don't like
I love
that.
straight up milk.
In
What?
You're in real
What
life.
the fuck?
Do you not?
In-
No.
It's like
I
a
like
top
hot
3
milk.
drink.
Yeah, hot milk is
Whoa.
what I have sometimes.
I mean, it's okay.
If I'm feeling down.
The
hot
only
milk
time
is
I
the-
straight up drink milk is if it's after cereal.
What? Even I don't like cereal milk, but like just milk itself, glorious.
I'm also lactose intolerant.
Oh,
Oh,
that explains
well,
why
you
you
should have
don't
said
drink milk
that.
straight. Yeah, okay. Now that makes sense. I'm the opposite. I'm like lactose tolerant. That shit's my lifeblood.
Oh. Do we
Has
have
Cere?
everything-
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go.
I was gonna say, has Cere divulged what they're willing to trade to the hag if things are willing to offer as a trade? You said you were gonna like make an offer
You're
about your
welcome to
art,
ask.
right? I was gonna say, oh, okay, well then I do. if you don't mind me asking, Cere, what exactly is it that you intend to trade for curing that cardiac condition of yours? Because
I'll be
frankly, it
honest.
seems like quite a steep cost you'd probably have to incur.
Yeah, I can be fully transparent and honest on this one. I don't particularly care what the cost is. I'm at the stage right now where I will give even if it costs me half my life.
Are you sure? Frankly, I'm not convinced that an ordinary bodily malfunction is quite as, or repairing something of that sort is not necessarily worth incurring the cost of something much less physical and potentially much more grave.
This injury is destroying me, to be quite honest. I have never felt like more of a burden than I do now. We're in a situation where we have to, for example, sneak to get things. That used to be my forte, but now I'm incapable. That's soul destroying, to be honest.
If you ask me, I think you've been doing quite well despite having a malfunctioning heart, but if it brings you peace, then I can only wish you the best of luck.
If you think I've been doing well now, then just think how well I could have been.
No use in considering what ifs that have passed.
I don't know. It's just been really weighing on me. Is all. And
It's
yeah,
understandable.
I'm at the stage now where I don't care what it costs. If I can get it fixed by them, then that's what I'll do. If that's what it, you know, it's not the best situation. Sure, I'd rather get it fixed by someone reputable that, you know, it's not going to cost me whatever it'll cost, but at this stage, if it works, it works.
Fair enough. We'll be there for you when things go south. I mean, if things go south. Sorry.
I suspect they will, but I think I'm just being overly a bad mindset is all.
It's an easy mindset to get into.
I'm incredibly anxious about us all, and I will be entirely honest, although I've tried to keep it to myself. I think we are riding forth towards our death.
Many of us have for quite a while now.
Indeed. It's been like that this whole journey, but this time especially, I just have that ominous feeling.
Do you fear death, Cere?
Not really. At least, not my own. My people, from a young age, were taught that death is just simply another chapter, and to join the Harvester is, if anything, a blessing. But life is precious, and it shouldn't just be thrown away, but should it be, you know, brought to an end, we should welcome it. But I might feel that way, and I've been taught to feel that way my whole life. For some reason, with you lot, I feel otherwise. I don't want you to pass on. So, I'm fine with myself dying, but for you guys to go as well, I have my reservations.
I understand. Kiso opens his mouth as if he was going to say something, but closes it, finding it best to not ask.
Huh? Sorry, kind of like tilts her head, seeing that, and kind of tries to probe.
Yes.
Oh,
it has been a
nothing.
rather
It is
pleasant group.
good.
Oh, I was just merely commenting on that you have been rather pleasant company for the most part.
I appreciate it. But yeah. Were you gonna say something there, Kiso? You looked like you were gonna...
No, I'm finished. Thank you for sharing with me, though. I appreciate it.
No, of course, anytime.
Most people are quite fearful of it. I know we stand askew on a lot of viewpoints, but I feel like in some ways we have a lot in common.
I will be honest, at the very start of this all, I definitely didn't have a positive impression, but as time's gone on, you've certainly grown on us.
That's it. Good luck tomorrow.
Likewise.
Rena will speak up. Do you ever wonder if our lives will ever be normal?
Were they ever normal?
Yeah, some of ours weren't to begin with.
They were for a while. And they may be again someday, but I think we've all adjusted to a different normal than, say, what the tailor does or baker does on a regular basis. But no, I don't think my life will ever go back to normal.
What was your life like, Vivienne?
At one point, it was, when you're talking about normal, I had a husband, we had a child, and we lived in a small village. We hunted and kept things normal, as it were. But fate seemed to have a different plan in store for us. War came. My husband left. Times got harder, but we survived. And eventually, it arrived at our doorstep to some extent or another. At least, what led me to taking up a bow to hunt things other than animals did. But I'm far too sober to have that kind of conversation right now.
Well, more of a reason for us to, liberate the wine.
Don't mind me asking, what's his name?
My husband.
If it
It
isn't
was,
too prudent.
no. No, it's just been... It's been a while. I've tend to think more of my daughter than I do of him. It was easier on some levels. Billiam. Billiam was his name. Bill for short, but Billiam was his name.
I see. And if it's not a touchy subject, what was it your daughter's was?
Briella.
Briella. I see. Oh, lovely name.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yes.
Welcome back.
You missed
had
some
my
back.
She
headphones.
was a lovely, bright, and brilliant girl.
Hey, Willow,
Ah.
you missed out on some backstory stuff.
Yeah.
No,
Welcome back,
I
Willow.
did not. As soon as that was brought up, I was like, while I was making a sandwich.
Imagine Willow was at a different table and just like walks back over at that point and just like, oh.
Walks back over with plates and
No.
drinks like, oh, I gotta hear this.
You know what? Yeah, I come back with some tea since we don't have alcohol. The lovely lavender mint tea. Well, I'd say we're as set as we can be for this.
Yes. It does appear so.
Where is he? We literally can't do this without him.
I have no idea where
Genuinely
Sima
worried.
is. Well, is there any other discussions the party would like to have? The one night before the attack upon the windmill? Any last conversation?
I did overhear of life going back to normal, and I kind of agree that some of our lives aren't very normal, or at least it's the norm to us. Though, I kind of hope that my life doesn't go back to normal in the sense of I have a lot of things to learn about and a lot of unanswered questions about my ancestry, I guess.
Do you not wish to return home to ask your past?
I mean, I would, but then I don't know. I feel like I have had a taste of adventure, and I find myself wanting to see a lot more of our world back at home. But I also think here I have some odd connections as well. And so I don't know if that's a decision that I would make right away. I think it's a in the moment thing. And I also have sort of a different task at hand now, at least. Ever since the I can't remember. She's sort of a primordial of sorts, if I can remember, or just an entity of the natural world. Whenever I had that odd dream when I turned back. I mean, and she had to show off the little basically tattoo she gave me. She left her mark. So I feel like I feel like that kind of ties into our adventure as well here.
Yeah.
Also seek to maybe eventually form a coven.
Coven? What, like... Oh, wait, yeah, that's a witch thing too, isn't it?
Yeah, an eyebrow raise.
Sorry, I got worried for a second there.
Mind
Sorry,
moves kind of effect.
I'm still a bit jumpy about the whole... yeah.
That's fair. But
What do you want out of your life, Irina?
I don't know. I think for the longest time, I just wanted answers. But I have those answers. So now I don't really know what I want. Maybe a
Well,
purpose.
Well, we don't always need to have a goal in mind.
Would you ever look to have children of your own? Maybe start a new family?
In this world? Unlike.
And if you could find a way to escape this place?
Maybe. Though it depends. A lot of children here who have no one.
That's true.
Indeed.
Plenty of them need rescuing. And currently I find that a rather fulfilling thing to do.
Willow,
Yes.
I see that marking once more.
Oh, yeah. I'll like pull back my sleeve and show it off.
I think we've seen that.
Oh,
When we were traveling
there
to
was-
Vallaki, there was a series of megaliths. The large
Yeah,
stone
those
structures.
I remember that.
I think that symbol was on one of them.
I can recall. There was 2 others as well.
Aye,
Right?
it was.
I mean, it'd definitely be a more personal thing, but curiosity is always there if we can eventually go and check them out.
that'd be interesting.
Time. Always
Yeah.
a pain.
It is. But it definitely does not have to be a as soon as possible thing, of course. That is definitely something on the back burner. Or, if at all, something I could do once this is all over.
Something we can do as a group. I'm
Indeed,
always
I-
curious myself.
I'm also quite interested, to be honest.
As far as I'm aware, I can recall her telling me that she told me that she was like an old being of this land, right?
Yes.
And that her shrine is something long lost, I'm pretty sure. But I want to hope that it can be restored. Along with, if there's 2 other beings, then theirs as well.
Yeah.
It'd be worth when we have the time to do so, though, of course. What about you, Kiso?
I beg your pardon?
Are
Oh,
you
about
gonna go
go.
back to being a great baker after all this?
He winces at the thought. In a way, I feel like that life is almost behind me. It very much is a curse. Additionally, in the metaphorical sense, it was. Well, I suppose, when you get to know me a bit better, you'll find that it really was never meant to be with the first place. So, I accept my state of being as the logical consequence of my early life. Sorry if that's a damper on the mood.
No.
No, if anything, it just makes me more interested to figure out about your life and why you find this to be the logical conclusion of it.
It's a long story, trust me. Not one that I'm
Not all night.
not one I'm perhaps more importantly all too comfortable with divulging, Though you must know, if I can condense my outlook in the most concise manner possible, it's that though I believe my curse to be one of the sort that lingers around until the day I draw my last breath, but there's still someone whose life I think I have a chance to turn for the better. But they're far away from me now.
Interesting.
Hopefully we get you back to them so you can make their life better.
Right.
I hope so too. Someone I owe something a lot to.
Ah. Fascinating. Well, I hope one day you'll be willing to share it with us.
All in good time, my friend. All in good time. If I live to tell the tale. We'll see.
Yes.
Well, I will reassess tomorrow. I think we've come quite close to being caught in the razor sharp maw of death several times in a row now. Perhaps one more narrow escape will convince me otherwise.
The Grim Harvester's scythe awaits us all.
For some of us, sooner than other. Yes.
But it always looms. It's just a matter of when it falls. And I hope for all of our sake that it won't be tomorrow.
You really should see a cardiologist, my friend.
If you know of one,
What's a
in Barovia.
cardiologist?
If I have like a vague knowledge of like, no, they probably don't have that in Theron. Never mind. I was thinking like maybe no, they wouldn't have like specialized things. They
There's
have like
healers, but
yeah,
like,
they have
not,
shit
like...
better. They don't need a cardiologist to like no, they have cooler things.
Barry spams the voice line. I need healing. I need healing. No,
It's just constant as we're traveling.
Yeah, I need healing. I must admit. But yeah, I don't think I'll be getting it anytime soon. And so
It requires some hefty magic.
And who do we know that has hefty magic?
We might become acquainted tomorrow with someone.
Precisely. And worst come to worst, let's say they can't help me. I'm sure I could barter for a while to buy some time.
No, they're gonna make you
have faith in
think
you.
that they can help you.
Well, I'm inclined to think that they will help. It's just the cost is what might be the stickler.
Mm-hmm.
I do recall hearing, as much as we fear them, I do recall hearing back home that they are very potent with magic, and their magic is odd. I don't think they have the normal limitations that we might.
Oh yeah, I also have a giant headless Ezek zombie following me around now.
Oh god.
Not out in the
what's
city,
this
I
one
hope.
Lovely.
No.
No.
But I have
You
summoned
should
him.
for...
You haven't
should
seen
for
him yet.
evil's sake.
You haven't seen him yet, but for when Sam gets back, there's just a headless, full-scale Ezek just standing motionless in the bedroom.
Jesus
I made
Christ.
It's
him a little earlier.
amazing.
Which we need to talk about the stat block on that, Lynn. I don't know. That's very up to like DM interpretation. If you want to like give him a stat block, or if you just want him to use his current like. I think he had like
I'll
scale mail on. I don't remember. Nobody wanted that
Probably.
scale mail.
give him something akin to like maybe an ogre zombie.
Okay.
Mm,
Cool.
Cool.
that sounds about right.
And are we playing? Okay. I was gonna say, are we playing where it doesn't count till to the thralls count?
It would still probably count, just for balance sake.
Oh, lame. That's super lame. Damn.
I will also admit, yeah, I know their magic works in different ways, so I'm hopeful, I guess, that they'll be able to help. And again, maybe if I'm incorrect, they might want to try and trick me into thinking they can help. And truthfully, well, as I said,
Whether
I'm
they
willing
can
to...
or try to make you think they can. they're gonna likely have put you in at some risk regardless.
I think I'm at risk just being there, to be honest. I think we all are.
Well, we all are, but
So I'm not too worried about that part. And I would rather shoulder a risk. If I end up with some affliction, some debilitating curse, but it allows us to deal with them, then I can rest easy knowing that I've done my part. We'll all have a part to play in the show tomorrow, after all, and, you know, I'm ready to be the star.
you do what you must. I can't stop you.
But yes. And we're all talking about normality and such. For me, in a weird way, this is normal. Some less so, but you know, the dealings we've had with the undead and the spirits that be, that's all things that I've been training for, things I've been working towards being able to do my whole life. So being able to do it here this is normality for me. This is the tangential next step. Admittedly, dealing with other things like the wolves and hags are a bit more complicated, but it is still part of my duty, I think.
That's fair. My normal used to consist of. Are you okay there, Kiso?
Yeah,
Did you bang
he,
your leg on the table?
no, he in character he hit his elbow on the desk. I mean, on the table. Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. So is he, by the way.
Good.
My normal usually consisted of me just doing things amongst our community, so this is, I can definitely say, very different for me.
Aye.
But it's been interesting. But I'm ready to turn in for the night.
Aye. I think we should all follow what Samael seems to have done.
Yeah.
And take an early rest.
You do have a big day.
Big day indeed.
There have been many of
No,
those
but
recently.
before we submit for the night, does anybody have any reservations about being transformed into a zombie upon their death and preserved indefinitely?
I do not consent. If I find you having done that, I will return as a revenant and kill you myself.
Return me to the earth, please.
I'll be dead. I don't care what you do with my body.
Thank you, Vivienne. A very practical response, may I add. I would wish only the same, that I could still serve somehow after death.
Noted. But alas, no. I require for my soul to be conjoined with the Grand Harvester once more. And so yeah, in my death, I would like for you to either burn me or bury me. Burn is probably the safest option.
No.
After or never mind.
After I'm dead, yes.
Just checking.
And of course, I do hope that all of you are able to ensure that Kiso does not, go against the wish. It's not that
You
I don't
have
trust
my
you,
word.
I've seen what you've done with others.
You have my word. You've earned enough of my respect to at least be, well, respected a bit more.
I appreciate it.
The rest of you, well.
The rest of them
If I
are
give
the
you the
same,
rat ring?
right?
No, actually, I have a fair deal of respect for everyone in the party, for the most part.
I would say I'd give you a hand for it, but you have plenty already.
Oh, Actually, whilst I remember, you tend to be quite good with the undead, right?
I'd like to think so.
Hmm. You may not have my body, but should I pass, she like points towards the memento. She goes, "You may take this, and you know, it might come in handy for something."
You
And
hear
this
next in your
is
voice, in your head, say, "If I am, I will rip out his throat."
Sari
he
just silently
do that?
nods.
Can he do that? Is he allowed to?
You don't hear any of that.
Oh,
Yeah. And that's in my head, and Sari just kind of nods in response to that.
Anytime Nex has spoken, it's always been only to Cere.
Yeah,
in her
the note
mind.
is heard next.
oh, you're
And I
having an
kind of-
episode. I see.
Yeah, you just hear Sari talking to herself sometimes. No, but yeah, Sari would kind of go, this memento, it contains a very powerful undead spirit. And frankly, I'd rather it be in someone's hands than free to its own devices.
Powerfully rude, maybe.
I will also warn you, though, he has threatened to rip out your throat. But you get used to it. She says, like, laughing almost as if, like, yeah, it's normal.
Has he threatened you?
This is fine.
He threatens me almost every waking moment of my days.
Has he ever acted on it?
I mean, he hasn't ever hurt me. Except from that one time, but, no, I would say not really, no.
Noted.
He is loyal, as much as he may disagree. Ultimately, his freedom is compliant based on our own lives, so he wants to escape. And Cere says this as if, like, talking to him indirectly. So, like, she's knowing that he can hear her. She's kind of going, I mean, after all, if I was to pass, then he would be trapped here forever. So it's only fair that if you were to take the memento, that he would be able to hopefully be free, and in turn, so would he.
Wait, you're saying he'd be trapped in that book forever? If you were to pass? Forever and ever? Like, no questions asked?
No, I mean this world.
Oh, okay.
This
Okay,
land.
I thought you... Okay, I got you.
I don't think he likes being here. Nor do I, to be honest, but he very much doesn't enjoy here. It's a tricky one, but I would ask grand import to you, if possible, if you'd be willing to take the memento, and if you are able to harness its power, then feel free to, but I would ask that when we return to Thanen, that you could, perhaps take it back to my people.
This I can respect. If you offer me this same respect, with matters I will discuss later. But for now, I think it's time for bed.
We have a deal. Yeah, sorry.
Also pertaining posthumous matters.
No, yeah, I figured you probably have your own similar situations. You mentioned someone, so...
Perhaps
Yeah.
not quite as grim, but yes.
Aye.
Bedtime.
Yeah, time for bed, I guess.
I even
EP time.
DM'd Sam and he has not responded.
Yeah, I've called him twice. Yeah, dude.
I hope he's
He's
alright.
healed.
I don't know.
I'm actually
Hoping
genuinely
he
worried
is.
now. Holy shit.
However, with that, I'll probably honestly end the session there.
Yeah, because we need him.
Just
No.
since otherwise you guys will then be venturing towards the windmill. There's like some stuff before the windmill, but nothing combat wise. But I also don't want like that to be left out for Samael either. So
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We definitely will need him,
I guess
regardless
we'll end it
of combat
there.
or not.
Devastating.
Yes, so yeah. Like, we kind of have no choice.
Yeah, sometimes
Such
work
is
gets in the
life.
way. Yeah, sometimes it's like that.
Yeah.
Well, chat, thank you guys for
And
watching. And players,
watch them
thank
come as soon
you.
as we end.
Chat,
I
make sure
feel
to
like you will.
comment what you think will happen on the next episode. Do you think
yeah.
we're all gonna die?
Yeah.
Comment in the
Very.
YouTube section below.
Who do you think will die?
Yeah.
question.
Place your bets.
Who do you hope will die? More importantly.
Oh no.
See, now this is how we find out who chat's favorite, who the community's
Yeah.
favorite characters are.
Obviously, it's Chai. Chai is their favorite.
Guy is the
Of
favorite.
course.
Indirectly, that makes Willow.
I mean of the players, of course. The player characters. If we're talking about just characters, period, Chai wins, hands down.
I wins hands down.
What do you mean? Next would surely win.
Oh boy.
Sus.
Come on. Are we gonna give Mr. Yeast some love? Damn, okay.
Which
No,
one?
Don't hate on
no
the
one
man.
gave him a high five when he died.
That's true.
Mr.
Mhm.
Yeast.
The original
May
Mr.
he
Yeast.
rest.
May
Forever
he
in
rest
peace.
in yeast.
Mr. Yeast.
Well,
I love it.
The no mistress.
Someone
that's how
did
it
him
is.
dirty.
Someone did do him dirty.
I wonder who that could have been.
A certain paladin not present.
Ah.
Alrighty, chat. We'll see you guys next week for CurseofStrahd Deathmarch. Well, actually, Old Bone Grinder. I'll have to rename this episode, but that's fine.
Next episode can be 21.5.
Sure,
This one
sure.
will be the law grinder.
The Law Grinder.
Log.
Mayhaps,
Yeah,
mayhaps.
Gotta get those Z's. Gotta get those Z's going.
Mayhaps, mayhaps. Alrighty, chat. We'll see you guys next time. I'll probably be live with other things throughout the week, but I'll see you guys next time for Deathmarch. Till then,
Oh, yeah.
bye-bye!
Bye-bye.